Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is our third episode of Wisco, or What If Civilization Started Over. If you have not seen this, past episodes, you should go watch them. But the first thing in this episode is our first alliance is going to start between the purple team and the gold team. And it is going to be an economical and a military alliance. So, it's just an alliance. I don't know how to explain it, but okay. I will fill it in as yellow, and it will be a square, because it's a square, it's yellow, so why not? And what did I just do? But if the audio sounds a little different, it's because I'm at my grandparents' house, but we don't need to know about that. Okay, and the next thing on our list is the pink team is going to explore deeper into the Central American area. Oops. And they start to sweep down the Central American. What do I call that? I don't know. But they sweep down it, and they stop exploring until about the Darien Gap, which they are about to hit. Yeah, really, right there. And they stop exploring until that, and yeah. So our next part of business, a new country will be forming, where a small community in Florida will start its own country, and it would be the lime green Florida team. And now we gotta get a capital. Put it there. No, there. That sounds right. And okay. So the next thing that will happen in this video, and something that will be pretty big, is the cyan team will declare war on the blue team, seeing how they have a lot of land and they really don't focus on it a lot. So they're gonna try to start invading into the north to try and claim land. And so their invasion starts a lot in the north. And they're making little progress, seeing how the blue team had sent all their troops to the east because of that war that the cyan team declared, and the blue team starts to push back all of the cyan troops and making them like a little thin line across the border, similar to that. And the tan team will be entering in this war on the blue team side, seeing how all the cyan team troops are in the mainland, and so they are going to invade into the Cuban islands without any trouble. It's going to be pretty easy for them. And now back to the cyan team and blue team. The blue team will push back basically. The blue team will push back basically all of the cyan team's advances, and they're going to start their invasion into the cyan team in the south, and mainly in the south. And now they're going to start invading in all areas, seeing how their military is pretty way stronger than it. And they're going to make a small thing around the capital city to try and enclose it. And now they're going to make a spearhead across that the southern parts, and the northern parts are separated. So all the troops in the south are getting starved and can't send anything to the north where the capital is. And put the nail in the coffin, the red team is going to start invading into the cyan team to get their lost lands when they used to be a big empire. And they are going to fight. There's like a little encirclement of a bunch of cyan troops in that little area that isn't conquered yet. And it's going to be one of the bloodiest battles. And guess what? Guess what? They all die. As you can see, the red team is making small advances, and then it just, yep, that makes a lot of sense. They're all gone. And the next thing that will happen in this war is the blue team encircling the capital city with red team troops, and they have another very bloody battle there with many lives lost. And they take the capital city, and the whole country has now been taken over, and now there will be a peace treaty. And boom, is the peace treaty. As we can see, the blue team took a little bit of the area in the middle of the country, and the red team took all of the southern area, and the tan team took all of the islands in the very east. And now the cyan team, you could say it is very crippled and not that strong as it has been in the past, which is very sad, extremely sad. And so, with that happening, something else will happen. With like some country losing a lot of land, there will also be other countries that gain land, including the Floridians, which are exploring up into like my states, Georgia and Virginia, and they're mainly going up along the coast because the coast is good because there's water, so they can drink water. Who doesn't like drinking water? I don't know. But the Floridian team will expand up along the coast. They're starting to give me Chilean vibes. Chile. And because they're expanding all up on the coast, which they do that a lot. And so with the pink team's exploration way earlier in the episode, they're also going to expand a lot down. They're also seeming like Chile by having a long coast and being just like a straight line. And even more exploration is going to happen a little bit in the east of the purple and the gold team as they work together, and even more into the north, starting to go into Oregon and Washington. And now the purple team and the gold team are going to expand. Mainly the purple team, seeing how the purple team is basically on top of the gold team. The gold team doesn't really have any other like areas to expand without looking like a disaster, like the India-Bangladesh situation. It's not really that much of a situation. It's just me calling it that because it doesn't really look that nice. But the purple team will give all that little that bit of coast to the gold team, seeing how they helped them expand and like explore into the east. And so they will get that little bit of land, and they will get even like closer together as allies. And okay, the next thing that will be happening is kind of like similar to a rebellion, but it's a peaceful one. A small community in the blue team has been not being that happy with the blue team, so they decide to break away, and the blue team lets them do it peacefully, seeing how they were just in a very big war and they didn't want to waste more of their troops in bloodshed and all that stuff, because, you don't want to be in a lot of wars, specifically ones that are like right next to each other, because your resources will all get drained. And the blue team lets them go peacefully and put the capital up there in the very top. and the orange team, the light orange team, I don't know what to call it, but it will be placed right there. And the red team is getting some ideas, but I'm not saying anything. Okay, but the next thing that will happen is even more exploration and conquering land. So the tan team explores. I'm not sure if they've already explored those islands, but they will re-explore them, and they will also reconquer them if they already conquered them. But using that little tippy bottom island, they reach Southern America into northern Venezuela and Brazil, and they will start to explore into that land and explore it and conquer it and explore kind of a bit deep into there before they will conquer all of that land and set up colonies and settlements up there, further strengthening their country by selling its natural resources, their country's economy. But the Sign team, kind of salty of all its neighbors expanding, will start to take all the land that the Floridians haven't taken, that is along the coast. So the world map so far looks similar to this, and pretty nice. And as we can see, the sign team has shrunk. There is an alliance between the purple and the gold team. There is a new orange country, a new green country. The pink team and the tan team expanded a lot, and so have the purple and the gold team. And that's it. Goodbye.